changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I mean. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gonna hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
Yeah, it's goddess. And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, I stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running, what you thought we bleed that? It's only one team over here, that's Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is a poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out. Now don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L.
31 teams in the NFL. His system is designed to stop 25 teams.
Shit, I need a linebacker that's over 200 pounds. I need a defensive tackle that you got to pull away from the buffet. He's gone, so no.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, that's a large part. That's a large part of
I gotta make this point because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it. So I gotta get this out before it flees me, and the nation needs to hear this.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. And listen, I'm not alone. I'm not here talking to myself. This is not my imaginary friend. Well, yes. I could be mistaken. I ain't took my happy pills today, so this could be a figment of my imaginations.
Yo, happy pills is crazy.
So, hey, this is Cowboys Convos, where we have conversations about the Cowboys. To my right,
they might be crazy ass conversations too, but ain't no telling. I
mean, they a little off the wall from time to time, you know.
Yeah.
So this is my partner in crime, Landlord from Alabama, the #1 ligament dealer this side of the Mississippi.
Absolutely.
If you need a knee, he's whom you need to see. So listen, folks ain't gonna know what the hell we talk about. They just slide in here. You know what I'm saying? We always talk about him selling ligaments. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch. Listen, don't miss shows. All the hell I gotta say.
Please.
Don't miss shows because there's way too much lore for me to just catch you up. We'll spend the entire video explaining why that's even a joke in this motherfucker. So
all these crazy jokes we got.
We're gonna move along, man. And we're gonna talk about a bigger joke right now. We're gonna talk about a bigger joke, and that is the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, they shit is imploding over there. You know, and listen,
them boys got drama like Love and Hip Hop over that motherfucker.
Hey, that's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Like, ooh, and we just got paid from YouTube. My YouTube deposit just hit. I don't know about you, but this gonna be a very good show. Cause
I ain't even know.
Yes,
I be forgetting.
Yes, sir.
Ain't God good? Yes,
God
he
is
is.
Amazing. So listen, we is gonna talk about, you know, and listen, it's Eagles week, so we're gonna talk about the Eagles. You know, what the hell they got going on. You know,
I guess we got to.
No other choice. No other choice. Because
True,
We gotta
true.
discuss it. And there's drama going on, and we're gonna relate this back to to football and why there's drama. Right? When you're winning, but you're not winning the way you want to win, when you're a skill position player, that leads to a little bit of resentment, a little bit of animosity. So this is the report, and this is from Diana Rossini. Multiple, I want to emphasize multiple Eagle players are reportedly frustrated with Jalen Hurts' hesitant approach, particularly against zone coverage. They believe he's become hesitant in tight windows, leaning on checkdowns or scrambles instead of trusting what's open downfield. So that's some shit where, and listen, stuff like this, Saquon ain't mad about this. You're not really throwing to Saquon. This is probably the wide receivers. We know AJ is publicly frustrated with the offense and Jalen Hurts. We'll talk about him and some of the discourse around him momentarily. But this is probably some of the other wide receivers, and they say multiple. So AJ Brown may be the face of what's going on because he's the one that's on stream and in interviews saying whatever that comes to his mind. But when you say multiple, there's other guys that are feeling the same way. They just probably don't have the cachet to hold their nuts like AJ has. You know what I'm saying?
Now I wasn't hip on this article. When did this one come out? I didn't hear about the multiple. I just been kind of up to date on the AJ Brown stuff. So when did this drop?
Like a day or two ago. It ain't been long. It ain't been long at
Oh,
all.
okay. I just was out of the loop then, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts on this, man?
I mean, you already know what my thoughts is. Listen to Land. That's what my thoughts is. I've been saying this shit since day one, since Jalen Hurts got on the NFL roster. I never believed in him. I told you he wasn't that good. No matter what is going on with his results and his team, he had good years, good career. He had great moments, all of that. That's wonderful. But in practice, I'm telling you, in actuality, he's not that great of a quarterback. Like it is what it is. It's a hard thing to understand. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it is just the truth. Like he's very, very limited, and he limited my Alabama Crimson Tide, and I never forgave him for it. Like that's what it is. And he's infecting the Philadelphia Eagles the same way. And don't be surprised in a few years that he's no longer there. Like, if we all know this. As Cowboy fans, we know this. The reasons we be feeling confident about beating the Eagles is because they have Jalen Hurts. Real talk. It's because they have him. If they had a better quarterback, we'll be talking a little different about Philly. Just being real.
Mm-hmm. I'll say this too, because I always think I like Jalen a little bit more than you did, but I did share some of the same sentiments about him, and his limitations as a passer. You know what I'm saying? With the way that the NFL has evolved, he's gotten away with having some limitations, in the passing game because of his rushing ability. But when you're a quarterback that's known for, rushing touchdowns and the tush push and things like that, and you're not really feeding your wide receivers the way they want to be fed, shit like this happens. And we got metrics, you know what I'm saying? It's not just hearsay. I'm not just going off of mess and gossip and shit. Like there are analytics that also back, like there are some limitations with Jalen Hurts. Now, Nate Tice, he's somebody that does a lot of analytics. Reports that Jalen Hurts rates of pass attempts that traveled 10 to 22 air yards and were targeted between the numbers. They're not a lot, 2021, 5.5%, 160th. 2022, 7.2%, 129th. 2023, 5.3%, 162nd. 2024, 6.2%, 153rd. 2025, 4.7%, 167th. So it's what we're trying to convey to you is it's not just lip service when they say things like, hey, the wide receivers are upset that he's not taking advantage of some stuff downfield. Like the numbers also indicate, that Jalen Hurts, you know, is not pushing the ball down the field or things along that nature, man. And when we talk about a matchup that's favorable to us, the Dallas Cowboys have struggled in pass defense. They're going to play a quarterback that does not really threaten a defense vertically that much. You can look at the metrics like, he's a great deep ball passer. They don't really throw the ball down the field like that. You know what I'm saying? Like throwing the ball down the field by the numbers, they don't do it that much.
And then he don't like to throw over the middle of the field that much either. So it's like I'm telling you, man, it's a hard concept to understand without trying to paint the wide receivers as a villain because they really not. They just saying like, bro, they ain't doing all this preparation and all this stuff to not be involved. Nobody wants to do that, bro. He messing up people's families like, bro. AJ Brown is a Pro Bowler, a perennial Pro Bowler. You think he wanna not be a Pro Bowler this year?
Hold on,
Like
hold
I
on,
don't give a
hold on.
damn what y'all say. Well, go ahead.
Nah, you just said you sold AJ Brown too short. He is a perennial All Pro.
I mean, you know what I'm saying, bro. I'm
Like
saying he's
I'm just trying to tell you,
yeah,
there's levels to the shit.
yeah,
Like Pro Bowl
yeah,
caliber,
yeah,
he one of them. And I hate
yeah.
most of everything Eagles, but I got a lot of respect for Saquon Barkley. I got a lot of respect for AJ Brown as players. I got a lot of respect for Devontae Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of respect for their skill position guys. So if they're the ones that are upset and calling this man out, there's obviously something going on because them boys is hoopers. Like your boy Devontae Smith was a Heisman winner. You know what I'm
Bro, what
saying?
I told you when Devontae went over there. I don't think you remember this, bro. When Devontae went over there, I swear to God, I said, bro, I know he's punching out. He don't want to go back with no damn Jalen Hurts, bro. Real talk. If Devontae would have spent his whole career with a really good quarterback, man, that boy knows would be totally different. His career would be totally different. Real talk.
Man, and I got more. You know what I'm saying? It's not just that. I got more metrics and shit. And remember what I was saying about Jalen Hurts. He makes up for a lot of the stuff. He lacks with his arm and pushing the ball down the field and his hesitance. He makes up for a lot of that on the ground. His rushing numbers are down. Like, and part of that might be schematic. You could blame part of that on Petula, because the number of design runs that they use are lower now. But also his success rate on design runs are down. Like this is the least successful, his rushing attempts have been. You know what I'm saying? And this is not counting the booty bandit plays they got, the tush push bullshit. Like he removed the quarterback sneak attribute out of that when he made this metric. So if you take out the quarterback sneaks, this year 2025, they're calling about 1.3 design quarterback runs a game. The success rate is sitting at 38.5%. And the explosive play rate is down to 3.8%. It was over 12%, or at least 12% every other year of Jalen Hurts' career. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Jalen Hurts, the rusher, is even, taking a step back this year. And, like I said, is it Jalen Hurts? Probably to an extent. Is it the play caller? Probably to an extent. But, this is why the Philadelphia Eagles have only scored 26 points in the last two football games.
I think it's all Jalen Hurts. To be honest with you, I think it's all Jalen. I know that don't sound fair, but when I look at a quarterback that has only thrown one interception, what Tony Romo said?
You ain't throwing picks, you ain't trying.
You ain't trying, man. That man ain't trying, bro. He playing safe. And he actually playing selfish, if you ask me. Now look, it's a very effective way to win, and it's a winning play to make the way he plays. It is. But other people want to be involved too. And then guess what? What happens if that gets stopped? Like if somebody just over pursue and have a spy on you that's faster than you all game, then what? Like, bro, it's 10 more players on this offense, man. It's more than just you. Everybody like you can have fun. Like it's not fun not being involved. I don't care what nobody say. Like everybody want to say they selfish and all this. Man, screw that. It ain't fun not being involved, bro. Like just say your spouse come back home and was like, man, I had the greatest time I have ever had in my life. You're gonna be like, damn. You're gonna be like, I should have been a part of that. Like you gonna, it's gonna be a little jealousy in there. I don't care what you say. You ain't gotta admit it. Hey, I'm transparent. You come and tell me some shit like that, I'm gonna be like, wow. So it's better than all the times we ever had. Like,
Right.
why wasn't I a part of this?
Like, so it was better when I took you to Cancun, huh, motherfucker?
You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna make you a little jealous, bro. Like you want to be involved in a good time. It's not fun for nobody not being involved, bro. So
Speaking of
all
which,
these receivers saying that, I understand.
let me play this for you. This is AJ Brown. He came on stream with a. I'll just let you see it. I'll just let you see it.
Good though, like you know what I'm saying? Everything be straight. You know what I'm saying? Mental good, kids good, you know what I'm saying? Wife good, everything.
Yeah, I mean, no.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Where have you been?
no, I'm just checking up. Like,
No.
you my dog. Like, I still got, you know what I'm saying? I gotta check up, you know what I'm saying? Like,
See, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Like family good, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else, no.
Man, everything gonna click, bro. Chat, chill, look. Everything gonna click, bro. Trust me.
Shit show. Oh, man.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. No, you got chat cracking up, bro.
Awesome. How you been? Yeah, I've been, struggling, brother. Oh, man.
Hey, bro. Hold on, bro.
Now this is a 8-2 team. He asked that man how he was doing. He like shit. He said where you been? He said family good, everything else no.
That's crazy. I mean, this man thinking about his career, bro. You messing with people's legacies, bro. And then just imagine if you out there winning. Not all you just you actually winning though.
Yeah. Yeah, you breaking up, but I'll carry it for us real quick. Cause I'll carry it for us real quick. When you have a star wide receiver like that, who's made a name for himself, who's been an All-Pro, who's been a Pro Bowler. He's already won a Super Bowl. He's already did all the fun gangster shit that you want, in your lifetime, right? He's won. He's been paid. He's been enumerated. It's about getting to the Hall of Fame at this point. And you can say it's selfish or whatever, but at the end of the day, nobody's gonna look out for you like you are, man. You know what I'm saying? So if there are things in your life you want to achieve and you want to get to, you gotta do it your damn self. And I know, that fans don't want to hear that shit because fans are focused on the wins and not the personal accolades. But he's won already. You know what I'm saying? He's won. He's been to the plateau. Matter of fact, even after winning the Super Bowl, he had comments about, he had comments like, yeah, I still want to be involved. Like, yeah, winning's cool, but I want the ball. Basically what he said. I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said after the Super Bowl, like, that shit was cool, but I still want to be involved. I want the production. I want my hands on the football. And that's okay. It's okay to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? It's from a place of selfishness, maybe, when you're playing a position in a team sport. But at the same token, can you blame the man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I had these dreams and aspirations. I put this work in to be prepared. I didn't come here, to watch you run around the field, and hand the ball off to the running back and not throw me the fucking football. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It's just a part of it. Matter of fact,
one interception is crazy.
it is.
One interception in
is
how many
crazy.
games? 12?
Have they played 12 or they played they're 8-2, so 10. They played 10. This is gonna be game 11.
And think about it. an interception is less likely than a fumble. Well, a fumble is less likely than an interception. So that he playing the safest brand of football possible.
Mm-hmm. And you got to take chances with the football, man. When you got marquee players like that out there, when you got a AJ Brown, when you got a Devontae Smith, when you got a Dallas Goddard, you got to get them the football, man. And again, AJ Brown is the one that's vocal. AJ Brown is the one that's saying stuff in the media. AJ Brown is the one that is openly frustrated. But I don't think. Listen, and this was the thing about Eagles fans. I need y'all to understand this shit. Diana Rossini is not going out her way to lie on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not lying on you motherfuckers. Y'all were mad at Diana Rossini for saying this shit, saying she was a lie, stirring the pot, all this other bullshit. Y'all was even mad, as some local guys that were hearing things and reporting on it. Them folks is not lying on y'all. You know what I'm saying? These folks is not pulling shit out the air. They're being told stuff. You know what I'm saying? About your team, probably by motherfuckers on your team. That's the way of the world, man. Like, shit is not always going to be sunshines and rainbows. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. There was shit that went on with the 90s Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was not holding hands and dancing around the bonfire and shit, nigga. There were folks that did not like each other like that. You know what I'm saying? It was a different time. It just was a different time. Jerry had a fixer. And the stories didn't really get out like that. There were folks out there fucking up. There were folks that had some animosity towards each other. It's part of fucking football. It just is what it is. The one thing I do, feel some type of way about is when AJ said this about his own teammate, though.
Are not the same player. So what would you say to those people?
I guess Saquon ain't the same player either then. All right. But I don't got no comment about that. I don't care about that.
You obviously don't believe it.
Y'all don't believe that.
I didn't say it.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Like, listen. AJ Brown, and I get what he was saying, because they asked him, was he the same player based off his production, because he's having a down year. By his standards, he's having a down year. And his comeback was, well, hell, I guess that Saquon Barkley, ain't the same player either. Saquon Barkley is also having a down year by his standards. It's been 10 games at this point. He does not have 700 yards rushing yet. He's averaging under 4 yards an attempt, right? So by the standard of greatness that Saquon Barkley has set, you could say, hey, is he the same player, right? And I guess AJ Brown frustration, if I'm being fair, I'm guessing AJ's frustration is, I'm not the only motherfucker on this team whose numbers are down. I'm not the only motherfucker on this team, who ain't producing like he used to produce. Like, why am I the only one that gotta get asked these questions? Why am I the only one that gotta get, approached by shit like that? But at the same token, AJ gotta understand, you are the one that is vocal about the shit. I don't think Saquon done said anything, really about being upset or not liking the offense or, being miserable and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure he's done that at this point. So, Saquon, probably ain't going to get the same questions that AJ gets. AJ has shown the media that he's willing to give them stuff. He's shown the media that he's willing to say stuff that grabs headlines and is newsworthy, right? That they can write juicy stories about. So that's why at this point, AJ, you're the one getting asked these questions. You're the one on the team that has shown that you're willing to give them fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? And it may not be right. It may not be fair. It may be, guerrilla journalism if you want to say shit like that. But, it is what it is. You've placed, that kind of target on your back because you've given them, clips like that. Like, we're able to sit here right now and make an entire show, make an entire video, based on what you said, man. Based on what you've said and what you've done, we're able to make this video right here. So moving forward, man, with some more of the analytics about why and how this Eagles offense is struggling. And Land, this is the only reason why I say, hey, a lot of it is Jalen Hurts. I agree. A lot of that shit is on Jalen. But Jalen. Hold on, I'll find it in here somewhere because it's not dead. It's not dead. Damn. Hold on. Did I even put the right motherfucker in here? Nope, I didn't put it in here. There's a metric showing that the motherfucking run game with Saquon Barkley is also down. But since I was a dumbass and didn't remember to add it into the show, we'll just talk about some of the play design shit and some of the listen, players fuck up too. Players fuck up too. I dropped the ball. This is a fumble. This is a fumble. But we can discuss. And this goes back to some of the perceived limitations of Jalen Hurts. Like, we talk about the hitch routes and comeback routes, right? And we say like Dak might just like that route. Well, it's evident for sure that Jalen Hurts loved the hitches. He loved the hitches because this is multiple different offensive coordinators, and this is AJ Brown and Devontae Smith's usage rates when it comes to hitch routes. AJ Brown and Devontae 2022, 17.8% and 19.7%, respectively, running hitches. It increased in 2023. AJ Brown, almost a fourth of his routes were hitches. Almost a fourth of Devontae Smith's routes were hitch routes. Right? Same thing in 2024. A majority of their routes were hitch routes. Same thing this year. A majority of AJ Brown and Devontae Smith routes are hitches. Like they're near 25%. They're near 25% at this point. So when you talk about he don't really push the ball down the field, he's safe with the ball, he hesitant on pushing the ball between the numbers. I mean, can you use numbers and analytics or film to dispute it? Because if you turn the film on, you'll see a whole bunch of hitches and comebacks. If you look at the numbers and analytics, you'll see a whole bunch of hitches and comebacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so how can you dispute that? So you may not like what was said, you may not like the report, but can you sit here and say that the report is a lie based on the film and based on the numbers and the analytics? You can't. You just can't.
Facts. There's nothing you can do. I mean, it's obvious that he got limitations and he's scared to take a lot of risks with the football. Not saying that you should be reckless, but it's a risky game, bro. You gotta get your wide receivers involved. You can't just only throw super high percentage passes and just rely on your defense all game. Like I said, you messing up people's legacy. AJ Brown want accolades too. Devontae Smith want accolades too. Like, we don't even know what Jahan Dotson would have did if you would have been actually throwing the football. You got one interception. Now, I ain't never heard that to be a bad thing. This is a bad thing for you. This the first time in American history where throwing in 10 games is a bad thing. Because I just know you're not really aggressive with the football, bro.
He's not. And what's the most passing touchdowns that Jalen Hurts has ever had in a single season? Let me see.
Like 20, 26? Look, he ain't had no outrageous season for real either. Not one year he just passing y'all.
He's never crossed the 4,000 yard mark. The most passing touchdowns he's ever had in the season is 23.
And they said Landlord was crazy when I said that he wasn't like that for real. But I digress.
In 2020, he threw 6. In 2021, he threw 16. In 2023, he threw 23. In 2022, he threw 22. In 2024, he threw 18. So far, through 2025, in 10 games, he's thrown 16. So he's not putting up, gaudy passing numbers. And honestly, like, listen, I understand how the fans feel, because how the fans feel is completely different than how a wide receiver would feel. For a fan of the team who only gives a fuck about the Philadelphia Eagles, winning is the only thing they matter about, and they've won a lot of games, right? So the fans are like, they don't want to hear that bullshit. But as a motherfucker that's done spent my life training to catch footballs, and I made this my profession, and I made it my livelihood to go out here, run routes, catch touchdowns, and you know, get the yardage and get the numbers and all the other shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Like if I'm a professional catcher of the football, I would hate to see Jalen Hurts' ass coming. You know what I'm saying? And that's not. And I know it sounds like I'm shitting on him. You know, I'm sure Jalen Hurts is a good dude. I'm sure that Jalen Hurts is an amazing person. You know, I'm sure that he's a good husband, a good son, and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's a great dude. But if I'm just talking about football, I understand why a wide receiver or a skill position player would be frustrated playing with him. Because listen, I understand that football is the ultimate team sport and the ultimate team game and all that other shit, and that winning should be the overall thing that I care about. But when somebody is hindering me from doing my job, and we got other folks looking at me sideways, and with the way that the offense is ran is going to affect my livelihood and my ability to go back to the open market and get paid, or my future in getting into the Hall of Fame and getting accolades, I also would feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right or fair, but like, hell, it's reality. We ain't got to talk about how things should be. We just got to talk about how things are. And because of all this shit, them being completely stagnant on the offensive side of the ball, you know, us having a resurgence on defense, our history of beating Philadelphia when they come to Dallas, like, I feel confident in our ability to go out there and win this game, man. I feel confident in the Dallas Cowboys' ability to go out there and beat the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, come Sunday afternoon. And that's really all I got to say on the matter. You got anything you want to add to this, Land, before we shut this video off?
Nah, I think you did a great job in explaining how limited and terrible they are on offense. And I feel confident about this game as well. Like, hey, I feel like we finna go in here and bash them boys. It might not even be close, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yes, indeed. Hey, I got the Dallas Cowboys by double digits. I got them winning by at least 10. I got the motherfuckers winning by at least 10, man. So I don't know how anybody else feel. You know, I don't know if I don't know how y'all feel, but I feel the Dallas Cowboys will win by at least 10. They have not beaten Dak Prescott in Dallas since 2017. So I'm not really too much concerned about that. So
If we go out there and play like we playing, if we go play like we've been playing, I feel the same way.
Oh, we will. Like, listen, if we score 30, I'm not sure how they get to 30. Because this defense looks gangster with the additions that we got. Overshawn coming back, Quentin Williams in the middle of that defense, helping control the middle. Getting Siobhan Revel and Caitlin Carson back healthy, getting your safeties back. I feel good, you know, about the way this defense played and the defensive personnel that we got right now. So I'm willing to line it up and say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to line it up. So I got the utmost confidence in our ability to win this game, and I just need them to go out there and execute. So let's go get this W. Let's go get this W on Sunday. I don't want to hear it. Listen, they're gonna be in the comments crying and shit. We don't give a fuck about Philadelphia. Y'all niggas eat shit. Y'all got a drug epidemic going on in your city right now. You niggas uneducated. You know, most of y'all cannot read on a 4th grade level. So, you know, until you get your life together, I don't want to hear shit from y'all niggas. And with that, bye. Kiss my natural black ass. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. Peace.